Hello, people of the world. I don't know if anybody got back to me about if YouTubers are exhibitionists. Anyways, so I am about to write 2 essays tonight. One for one class, one for the other class, and it's daunting. I'm going to be skipping out on church tonight just to finish this stuff. I can't remember why I went. Oh, there was a couple things I didn't say in the other video, just about how, okay, like in the video about the child who was on Ellen who lied to his mother about the sprinkles. The reason why I got called extremist or exhibitionist was because I said that the way that the mother was talking to her child was basically forcing him to lie. How do I know that? Now I have to realize too that I have, this is going to sound grandiose, that I have thoughts of grandeur, but it's not like that at all. My grandfather, he was the mystic, like a wise man, a very spiritual man. He knew a lot of things. He knew anything about health. He had jars of stuff all over his house. He knew about every religion in the world. He was very keen spiritually. And he would tell me, he told me when I was young, I can't remember exactly, but he taught me about how I ask people questions and to be careful of it, because the way that you ask people questions will cause them to lie to you, depending on, like, you're accusing them. If you ask somebody something in an accusatory way, he didn't use the words accusatory. I'm just vaguely trying to grasp the memory of what my grandfather taught me. Then you do it in a way that they have to lie to you. That's the only thing that they can do, is lie to you because of the way that you're asking. And this also brought me back to the reason why I probably wanted to become a psychologist, because my grandpa was really in tune with a lot of human behaviors and stuff like that he would teach me, and I'd be like, oh, well, I remember when the infraction happened, I was just like, well, I asked this, and this person said this, so why did they lie? I said, well, the way that you ask them is forcing them to lie to you. Cat's going crazy. Also, what else? I don't know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that was it. There was probably some other stuff about something I don't remember we put on Facebook. Oh. Y'all want to know what happened in class today. Professor straight up outed the university. And I was saying that it's such a crap, like, I'm not gonna try to do this in a tactful way so I don't get him in trouble. But I know of stories of letters who ended up on friends of mine who are registrars, letters that accidentally ended up on their desk. They accidentally opened it up, and what it was is a reprimand for professors who have given their students 80s. And that's the professor giving them the mark that he thought that they should have. So You know, the university is a sneaky thing. They have to have a percent. Your marks. I don't want to say they're baloney, but that's exactly what my professor said, because and he explained this entire system that it started in 1975, and then all the other universities started this model in order to become the Yale of the North and all this stuff, you know. So, you know, I was upset because I had two people really act like the university is just the saving grace, the health pill of society, the best thing that ever happened, you know. But I don't know, it's hard for me to have good feelings when, you know, I feel like the year that really mattered to me was destroyed by some girl who deemed that I had committed plagiarism. And, you know, in order to commit plagiarism, it takes more time than even writing an essay, I think, because you have to know the material enough to have someone else write it for you, or they have to know the material enough, and you have to know that they know it enough. And if they haven't, like, it's a lot of hard work. Like, for me, I think it would just be way too hard. I'm thinking, like, I barely even finish the reading before I have to write the paper. How am I gonna find time to plagiarize, you know? But anyways, that goes without, you know, saying. Anyways, they still, it was, okay, like, I don't know if I've talked about it before, but it was painful to be charged with something like that, because there's nothing so far away from my instincts, you know. I cried, I prayed about it, still upset about it. What else can I do, you know? My professors were mad because that very same essay they had asked me to change, and I would change one dot, one tittle. I wanted it the way that I wrote it, and I was divorcing. I even called a divorce on a professor because I did not like what he had to say about my essay. And then I handed it in, and I get charged for plagiarism. What in the world? And then after that, you know, the registrar told me to come out of a class because there's no way I'm going to make it. She gave me a reprimand for about 7 minutes saying you can't make it. I thought, she called this meeting and she's like, what are you doing? I've seen so many people in this class before. Da 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 da. You can't do this. I thought, okay, she knows what she's talking about. So she said, okay. Ask who it is. So she said, okay, go to, make sure you, say use it again.
Who is it?
Okay. So, just to finish this off, she said that, you know, we'll put you into another course. So I go and do the work to get in the other course. She's like, okay, okie dokie, you're in the other course. For the other course, I got a tutor and everything, and then after Thanksgiving, at the midterm, that's when she told me, oh, you didn't get into the class. They decided that you can't go. After I had canceled my tutor, this was a calculus class, I'm halfway. I have to go back to the course, which is halfway through. It was a mess. And then you want to tell me that I should like the university? All I asked for was an apology from that girl who wrongfully tried to charge me with plagiarism because she just had a feeling, you know, she had a feeling that I had, what happened again, Divine? She had a feeling that I had somebody over my shoulder dictating the essay to me. And this is the only person I have over my shoulder, okay? Ain't nobody comes up in here. I don't go to nobody's house. Like, who? Andrea's gonna dictate to me an essay? Oh my gosh, the woman can bear. No, sorry. She talks so much patois, I'd have like every cuss word in that essay, okay? And then that was my only yeah. So this, and today, if you would have heard the lecture, Divine, that my professor gave, he outed the whole university. Said your marks are basically bull. Your marks are fake. So I will tell him off camera everything that my professor said, because he is the light of my day at school right now. It's the light. It's the light of my life, my school life. The only reason why I go to school, honestly. Anyways, I have a lot to do tonight. So if I have to make a consequence, if I don't finish these essays tonight,
I get $20.
Divine does not get.
Movies.
No, I don't have money. I don't even have money for you to go with the church.
Fine. Then Divine.
You see how this kid is evil? Always trying to rob his mother, who has no money.
Divine gets to
be evil with no consequences.
You can't drink hot drinks for another 15 days.
An extra 15 days? I'm already in half a year. Another 15 days is not going to be nothing for me.
Fine, another half a year.
Anyways, I gotta get on this.
Bye.
So, do you have anything to say? Oh, I just saw Nikki.
I didn't get any homework.
I just saw Nikki.
Who's supply teacher?
And I think there's chilling over at Mackenzie's house. Nikki and the little one, and Maxie.
Yeah. They're like, she's trying to talk to me. Like, cause like 2 days ago, like I said hi to Mackenzie, and when I said bye to Mackenzie, cause I have no problem with Mackenzie, she do nothing to me. And when I was going in, Nikki said bye to me. I was like, okay.
She knows her family's cray-cray.
I can't blame her that her father's crazy.
You know, like, at the end of the day, you know, too, this person that was beefing, the beefing person, you know, they were like, oh, you're Christian, you're Christian, you're Christian, you and this is what you do. Just because I'm Christian doesn't mean I have to listen to everything you say and have to help you lie to my face. It doesn't mean that I have to help you lie to your wife because I'm Christian. It doesn't mean I have to do everything you say. I don't know when he turned into Jesus and wrote the Bible. So, you know, trying to be like, yeah, and that's what it's like. Christians, you may think that they're doormats, but obviously they're not. Like, come on, you see how violent they can be, okay? You got lots of things. So when people try to put up this whole Christian talk thing, meaning that they should be a doormat,
they don't know who
it's not going to happen. Jesus wasn't even a doormat. So he was a good person. He was a good man. He was the best man that ever lived. He wasn't a pedophile like Muhammad or whatever. I know they're going to probably block this video now because they said that. But come on, when when you have a wife who's 9 years old and you are 54 and you do that to her, you ruin her organs. You're gonna ruin. She's gonna rip and tear, and this is a terrible thing. Like who? And my professor was talking about the mafia today. How they have their 10 commandments in the mafia, and because he's doing another book on crime and stuff like that. He's always doing interesting stuff. So anyways, he's doing another thing on crime, and one of the rules is that you have to have other women. You cannot just be married to your wife. You have to be married to your wife, yes, but you have to have other women. That is one of the 10 commandments. He went into some other things like you never be with the wife of your brethren, and these other things. But and he was like, what a masculinist. He makes up his words sometimes. What a masculinist, regime. And that's exactly... Devon, did you have to do that? And that's exactly what the Muslim religion suggests, that you be like the mafia. You have to have other women. When you go to heaven, their heaven, you gotta have a whole bunch of women. But Jesus was a clean man. He didn't have a whole bunch of women. He didn't have a 9-year-old. Okay. Jesus was 34 when he died. 33? What was it?
I think it was 30.
Oh, he gave you the chocolate, Divine?
Hmm?
How come that chocolate bar is there? He gave it to you? Divine! Oh, don't have children.
I knew you're going to give one day the Kenzie. You're going to listen.
No, I'm not. Everything is being safe for you to go to Aunt Jeanette. You know that right now. But nothing. Anyways. Oh, yes. Imagine Jesus Christ with a 9-year-old girl.
Oh my gosh. Disgrace.
No, let's be serious now. Let's put this in perspective. Jesus was not even half his age. Jesus was 33. This man was 54 when he married a 9-year-old. Think about how corrupted this man is, that they pray to, that is their prophet, who is, this perfect man. Wow. Who is their example of their religion? When you start wrong, you end wrong. That's all I gotta say, okay? When you start wrong, you end wrong. And if you start with Muhammad, I don't know where you're going. And you should be afraid.
This baby's going to be blocked in many countries.
America and the Western world is the main users of YouTube anyways. And YouTube's probably going to be taken down soon because the artists are going to get, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get angry that they can't make money off of their videos. So YouTube, it will probably be if it doesn't get shut down, I will be YouTube. I don't have anything. I think this is the greatest thing since pork and beans. This is the greatest thing since pork and beans. I send YouTube blessings to, and I just say, God bless YouTube. But I don't know how this service is going to make it because, people are greedy, So, what you gonna do, right? Anyways, I need time. I gotta be greedy for time. So, I'm gonna go, but...
Please. Ow.
Oh. It's a good thing Divine is here to keep me in check. Some things I want to say, but I can't say it in front of him.
What? There's something secret going on?
You'll never know.
You're a secret society.
I am a ninja by
yeah,
night.
that's for sure. That's impossible.
Divine, trust me. I have my ways.
Like all the other parents.
Anyways, and some guy called Obama a nigger and all this stupidness, and I said, who's the nigger now? Like, you have backwards talking, you're so uneducated, like the least uneducated person who never went to school, nothing, knows that they are not ignorant enough to call a black person a nigger anymore. And, you know, that's just ignorant language. And I have somebody commenting like almost every day about this stupid abominance, and I don't even look at it. I just like, what's wrong with these people? Need to get a life.
I'm gone.
Divine, what are you doing with my pick? Can you go clean it, please? And pick up that paper. Anyways, this is pointless now. Oh, so
Oops. I'll get that after Brooks come here.
the kids are supposed to be by for the weekend. We're gonna go skating and.
No, it's skating. Oh, I won't be here Saturday, so.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be responsible.
Bye. Oh, you can't see my hand. Just this hand. Bye. Bye. Hopefully there will be a ring on this hand. This one you can't see. This hand soon. Empty hand.
Okay. And